Gentlemen, question for you. So, as you've established, you've been out of high school for a couple of years, and you've been performing around the area for quite some time, but you've probably been in other places as well. What do you find unique about being here and southern Wisconsin, in this area, performing here as a performer versus some other place?
I think he's asking you, Ben.
Okay, I've been in this area, I guess, since, let's just put it this way.
1812?
Yeah, well, let's put it this way. We didn't have electric guitars when I started. Back in the early 70s, of course, everybody was in a band because of the guitar craze, the Beatles and everything, and yes, I was part of that as a young child. But, you know, and it was really cool because at that time, it's how a lot of bands got started. You got little groups together, people do music, then somebody beats somebody, and then you move on to another band. And so I've been really fortunate to be playing music in Janesville for about 40 years, and it's been kind of fun, and it's really interesting that the landscape has changed quite a bit. But the people that come to the shows and who support the music, it seems to have create a even bigger mountain because more and more people come out and giving us a chance to do our music. So it's there, it's not for me.
That was a good answer.
Long time. Do you want to add something? Or
Well,
you
all
just
I
let
want
it stand on
to
its
add
own?
is I've been performing for about 15 years or so, and that's all happened around in this area. And it's surprising to me, places like Java Joy's, and there's so many places like this, you know, in this geographical area that you can come and play, and they might not be real well known to the general public, but I've played in dozens, if not hundreds of places within 50 miles of here, and it's really great.
So, then one more question. I like to ask people what you learned. But you guys have kind of a unique situation because you're playing together, it's not a solo. So, Greg, what have you learned about Bill?
I had played solo for a long time before I met Bill, and I never really played with other people, and I thought that was the way to go on my own. Don't be bothered. And but Bill and I met at an open mic here in town, and I don't remember how we started playing. You just came up. I don't remember what happened. We just sort of ended up there together, and it really just clicked from the very beginning. And Bill and my life have changed in similar ways since then, all for the best. And so in some, we've been on this little musical journey, but also on this journey about, I don't know, putting our lives back together.
Yeah, we were both kind of in the same place in our life at the same time we met, and it was good inspiration.
So you learned about inspiration.
Yeah.
Good answer.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah. Well, I'd always been in bands, and I was starting my own solo thing, which was going okay, but I'd never done a duo before, especially for this long time. And I think it's a better dynamic. You haven't got a lot of the things that come with the culture in a band and such. So it's
Best of both worlds.
It is. It really is. And we have a lot of flexibility. And Greg comes from kind of a different region than I do as far as music, and so the two melds.
So lessons for all the solo artists and then the band musicians, the duets. Excellent.
There's another original song. This is called Speak. By the house where I grew up, in the woods right down the street, if I tell you what happened there, you got to promise not to speak about it. About it. It's been so many years ago, there really ain't no point to speak about it. I heard the policeman say to him, you gotta keep the peace. I'm sure that you can work this out, and there'll be no further need to speak
speak about it. About it. It's been so many years ago, there really ain't no point to speak about it. I've got to let it go. I'm not so crazy now. I've made the darkest corner shine with light somehow. I got a call from my old friend on the answering machine. He said, I'll tell you what I know, son, so you don't have to speak about it. About it. It's been so many years ago, there really ain't no point to speak about it. I've got to let it go. I'm not so crazy now. I've made the darkest corner shine with light somehow. Now there's a time inside a place where I can finally sleep. It is just so beautiful, no one has to speak about it. About it. It's been so many years ago, there really ain't no point to speak about it. I've got to let it go. I'm not so crazy now. I've made the darkest corner shine with light somehow.